Welcome to EMC Proven Solutions. In this demonstration we will show how Microsoft SQL Server with AlwaysOn availability groups are provisioned on EMC Enterprise Hybrid Cloud 2.5.1. While logged in to vCloud Automation Center as a SQL Server administrator, select the SQL Server 2012 with AlwaysOn service. Select Request on the available catalog item and then enter a description and a reason for the deployment, and again hit Next. Parameters specific to SQL Server with AlwaysOn availability groups are then entered. These include parameters such as the HADR endpoints. Select Submit and the progress of the request can then be viewed. Here we can see that the request is pending approval. This is because an approval policy was associated with the requested SQL Server with AlwaysOn catalog item. The approver logs on where they can either approve or reject the request. Firstly, the approver views the details of the request and then enters a justification message and selects Approve. The SQL Server administrator then logs back on to vCloud Automation Center and sees the request is in progress. The progress of a SQL Server with AlwaysOn request can also be viewed from vCloud Automation Center Application Services. We can view the application blueprint and see the dependencies linking the services that will be installed during the deployment. We can also see the interdependencies linking the services across virtual machines. The execution plan and the progress can also be monitored. Details relating to a successful SQL Server with AlwaysOn deployment can be viewed from Application Services. We will now look at a successful SQL Server with AlwaysOn availability groups deployment. Here, information for the virtual machines can be obtained, including the IP addresses. We can see that the virtual machines were deployed. These then joined a domain. A Windows failover cluster was then created. Microsoft SQL Server 2012 was installed and configured on both virtual machines. A database was created, and finally AlwaysOn availability groups were created and joined. We can see from vCloud Automation Center that the status of the request has changed to successful. Application and virtual machine details can be obtained from vCloud Automation Center. Using these details, we will connect to one of the virtual machines deployed. We will then launch Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio and connect to one of the instances. Here we can view the database and see that the availability groups have been joined. Thank you for viewing our demo.